Yes.
But then when exam comes nearer, you can refer to them fast.
Okay.
So now CET is almost 1 month
Yes, 1 month. May
on
9th,
the
I think.
line.
May 9th, yes.
So even if you make short notes right now, it will be beneficial to all of you just a week before the exam.
Okay. So in short notes,
Yes,
did you also write tricks like for some specific question? There's some type
yes,
of
yes,
question, right?
tricks. Yes,
Okay.
yes. You must mention the tricks in those short notes. As in CET, there are many short questions
Hmm.
in which tricks are to be used.
Yes.
And if you go by the conventional method, they will be very lengthy.
Hmm.
So you
Okay.
must know tricks in CET.
Okay. Let's move to the last one. So, what would you say you changed something in your prep in the last 1 month, or let's say last 40 to 50 days? What did you do?
Yes, yeah. See, mostly as the exam came nearer, 1 month or 3 weeks, I
Hmm.
used to solve mock tests every alternate day.
Hmm.
Like in the fourth week before the exam, it
Hmm.
was 1 or 2 papers every week.
Hmm.
But then later, it almost became 4 to 5 papers per week.
Okay.
And then solving papers is very important. You know, you understand the type of sums which are asked,
Hmm.
then the places where you are making mistakes you come to know,
Hmm.
and then analyzing the test. So if you are giving 3 hours test,
Hmm.
I used to analyze it almost for 1.5 hours.
Okay.
So the wrong sums I used to
Hmm.
filter out the topics
Okay.
which were weak, and then after solving the paper, analyzing it for 1.5 hours, the other day I used to revise the weaker topics.
Hmm.
So by the end, my weaker topics also became a bit strong.
Okay. So, what resource did you use? Like, did your coaching provide mocks, or you use some other resource as well for mock tests?
No mock tests, there are many online platforms.
Okay.
uh, you can refer to those platforms. And
Okay.
then our class also had organized some online tests.
Okay.
I gave those, and PYQs, are more important. You must
Okay.
solve almost each and every PYQ.
Okay.
Arihant publication has one
Uh,
PYQ book,
41 year
so it
period.
has been right, right. So even if you solve that entire set,
Hmm.
it's quite okay. You will come to know that many questions of the same type are repeated almost every year.
Hmm. Okay.
And chemistry also many questions are repeated.
Okay.
So you get an idea if you solve PYQs, it boosts your confidence.
Okay. So would you say mocks are more beneficial for time management, right? And
Yes,
PYQs
yes,
are
time
more
management.
for the
Yes,
syllabus
yes.
coverage. Okay.
Mhm. And most of the J people think that CT is easy, but
Hmm.
when it comes to giving the paper, you understand that time is an important factor,
Hmm.
and you are not able to complete it. So solving timed paper is very important.
Okay. Now let's come to the exam day. And is there any strategy used? For example, in JEE, many people have a strategy where they first mark the questions that are easy. They go through the entire paper, they mark it, they first solve the easy question, then they repeat this for medium questions and move to hard questions, and so on and so forth. So, is
Hmm.
there any specific strategy used in MHCT, or you directly attempted the paper?
No, no. So I had planned some strategy. So that
Okay.
strategy was not from YouTube, which I followed. It
Okay.
was basically I had solved many mocks. So I
Okay.
analyzed the paper pattern and then
Mm-hmm.
made a strategy for myself. So I
Mm.
recommend y'all to do the same thing instead of blindly following what other people say.
Mm.
So I'll tell what I had done.
Okay.
So basically, physics and chem comes first
Mm.
in CET.
Yes.
So chem was my strongest, and
Mm.
it is more scoring, and it is theoretical. So I started with chem,
Okay.
solved all those possible sums I knew,
Mm.
and it's mostly theoretical. So just if you know the answer, you can click it and move
Oh,
forward. So
okay.
I solved chem. Then coming back to chem, almost it maximum it takes 30 minutes
Mm.
if you are thorough with the theory.
Mm.
Then I came back to physics. Then
Okay.
physics, mostly paper is divided in physics paper is mostly in three parts: easy, difficult, and medium.
Hmm.
So instead of tackling each and every sum, you all must read the sum. If you know it, solve it fast, then move to the next sum. If you feel it's hard, then skip it for review and then move forward.
Okay.
Then after one cycle of moving through the physics paper, you
Hmm.
will be completed with all the easy sums.
Okay.
Then you must do the medium type of sums.
Okay.
Then, if you follow this strategy, then at the end you will be left with many like two less sums which are unsolved, and
Okay.
mostly they might be difficult.
Okay.
So, and then at the last 5 minutes, you can just read the question,
Hmm.
and according to what your intuition says, you can just blindly click an option,
Hmm.
since there is no negative marking,
Hmm. Yes.
which will help you boost the score.
Okay. And what about for maths? You use the same approach?
Yes, maths also same approach.
Okay.
You must filter out the easy sum.
Okay.
Instead of solving each and every sum, solve the easier ones first.
Okay.
So it boosts your confidence, and
Yes.
like you have solved many
Hmm.
sums. Now less sums are remaining.
Hmm.
So it makes you feel better.
Okay. And did you ever get stuck on some question? Because sometimes we have this question that you
Yes,
feel you
yes.
have done, but then you're not able to solve. So
Huh.
what did you do in that case? And should we get stuck or you should just move on?
See, I recommend don't waste more than 2 minutes. Not
Okay.
waste, I would say. Don't spend more than 2 minutes, maximum 2 minutes. If you
Hmm.
feel it's solvable, but
Okay.
it's not getting solved, maximum give it 2 minutes and then move on to the next thing,
Okay.
especially for maths.
Okay. Now, Sarthak, let's move to motivation because I think we've covered most of the topics regarding how you covered the syllabus and exam day prep. So, is there any motivation you
Hmm.
got from some teacher, or you'd like to give to the audience that like really helped you during your prep?
See, so motivation, like not much motivated to be
Okay.
frank.
Okay.
Like, see, I was seeing the exam coming
Hmm.
faster. So, seeing no any other option, I had to study.
Okay.
So, not a motivation, but I would like to tell, like, if you are in a good college, you are surrounded by good people.
Hmm.
So, it increases your level of thinking.
Yes.
So, and also it increases your quality.
Okay.
So, if you are surrounded by good people,
Hmm.
your future might change.
Okay.
So, so like you have 1 month left.
Hmm.
So if you study good for this 1 month, you can be with great people
Okay. Okay. Now let's move to peers.
with great thoughts.
What was like? Did do making friends help? And like, how was your peer group? Like, how what people should we surround ourselves during prep? And does it help? And how did it help you?
See, so choosing your friends is also one good thing. Like most of like it's only 1 month down the line
Hmm.
for the exam.
Hmm.
So 1 month, I would say self study is more important than a
Okay.
group study.
Hmm.
Like considering a month.
Hmm.
So friends, I used to ask doubts mostly.
Okay.
Friends, can you can use your peers for doubt solving.
Okay.
You can exchange ideas. Also, you can take one paper and solve it, and then discuss it at the end. Like
Okay.
solve it at your
Hmm.
homes, but you
Hmm.
can discuss if you have
Okay.
any problems.
Okay.
You can make good use of your friends that way.
Okay.
But then if you see someone who is demotivating you, you
Hmm.
better stay away, because
Okay.
only 1 month is
Okay. So I think friends would be better if you have more time. I think for maybe 2024
right.
student, it would be a good
Yes.
advice. So I
But
think
then
Sarthak,
considering,
hmm, go ahead.
yeah, yes, you go ahead.
Okay.
I
I
I
think
said it.
Sarthak, we've covered all the topics and you've given really good insights. So thank you so much for
Yes,
coming and hopefully you'll help
yes,
future aspirants. It was nice interviewing
yes,
you and hope you do well in
yes,
PICT. Thank you.
yes. Same to you, Aparim.
Okay. I'll